Hi folks, it's John with the Wingman 115 channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm always excited when I get a chance to showcase items from folks that own cottage industry businesses. Now, a gentleman by the name of Chris over at Directions Bushcraft got a hold of me through my social media outlet and said that he had some great tinder bundles and fire starters that he would love for me to try out and showcase and share it with my viewers. I told him, Chris, send it on my way. We'll check it out and we'll see if this is going to be a right fit for you. So first, let's cut away. Let's take it over to the tabletop. We'll break down all these kits. We'll showcase what they offer, and then we'll do some practical application, and then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts on this piece of kit. You're not going to want to miss this, folks. Come along. Join me. I've had a chance to lay out this whole kit for you, and I wanted to be able to showcase all the items that are in that 17-piece mixer kit. Also, the one-time fire. We're going to be doing a test specifically on this one today. The wax rounds. We'll even try out the Fatwood and the ferrule rod. But just to give you a little taste of what's in that 17-piece kit, and I may mispronounce a few things. Hey, I'm learning. I'm a student just like everybody else. First off, it is cedar twigs. We have fatwood. We have jute twine. There's some punk wood. There's some birch. Twigs and pieces of wood. There's pine needles, pine cone, pine pitch. Then you have Queen Anne's lace, milkweed, sycamore. You have birch. Then you have cattail fluff, some cedar bark, some river grass, dry grass, reindeer moss, and thistle. What's unique about this is there's a lot of items here that I do not have access to due to my geographic location. But I want to learn and own my firecraft skills, and this is a neat way to be able to practice with a lot of stuff that I don't have specifically in my area here in SoCal, like birch bark or birch wood. I have sycamore, I have fatwood, cedar's very rare, uh, especially the moss, things like that I don't have access to, which makes this a great item to be able to sit in your backyard, take out in the woods, do whatever to own those crucial skills that you want to learn for when you go out in the woods. Now, we're going to be testing this one-time fire today, and we'll be going into detail about this item next. Let's talk about the one-time fire kit real quick. Now, Chris says that this is 100% made from all natural ingredients. There's no petroleum. All ingredients are baked together to release any essential oils that are in there, which has developed into a longer burn. Well, Chris is pretty confident that this is going to work even when it's wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it into this bowl of water, and then I'm going to break it open, and then I'm going to use this fire steel to try to see if we can't ignite it and get it going. So I'm going to simulate like we fell into a river, in a pond, whatever, real life situation. I dunked this bad boy. I'm going to take it out. We'll move the water over, get it out of the way. And then I'm going to shake this bad boy off. And then what I'm going to do is take my knife and I'm going to break it open a little bit and get it going. See if we can't get this thing fired up. Now, I'm going to use a brand new ferrule rod that came with the kit, and we're going to see if we can't direct some of these embers onto this, get it going. Oh yeah. Now, Chris claims that this will burn up to 30 minutes of a sustainable fire. So if you have items that are damp, that are moist, well, we thought we had it. Let me try again here. Let me dig in here and break some of this open a little bit. See if we can't get it going. You can hear it trying to dry itself out. I soaked that birch bark pretty good. It wants to go. Now it's pretty damp conditions. I didn't go up to the local mountains today because it is storming really bad up there. And I didn't want to take a chance of not being able to film out there. So that's why I'm filming down here in my backyard location. But you can learn the skills and own the skills just as easy here in your backyard as you can out in the woods. As long as you're getting out, you're doing something, is what really matters. Now it's starting to take off. So this will take a chance to showcase the Fatwood also that Chris sells along with these fire steels, and that's a huge fire steel. So let me see if I can get some dust going. I'm using this 90-degree spine on the back of this Condor primitive bush tool. And this has a very sharp spine on this blade. I've done a review on this, and I've recently reprofiled this blade. I have a video out, both showcasing and the reprofile. But there's a lot of fires just in this block of wood. And if we were out in the woods, I mean, that would last us a very long time. Now, Chris has his secret recipe that's on the inside of this quick fire. And once it gets going, you can hear it drying out the birch bark. I don't know if the mic's going to pick it up, but you can hear the birch bark sort of sizzling and it's drying itself out as it's heating up and going along. So, coupled with the fire steel, also that has a piece of Fatwood, and these are all sold separately on his website, but just great pieces of kit to have. And if you have something that's going to burn for over 30 minutes, now, granted, I soaked it in water, you saw it. If that was completely dry, this thing would be taking off like a jet engine. Also featured, I'll slide that over, on Chris's website is these wax tinders. And these are made with phone book paper. So you get a little bit longer burn with that. We're going to try to get those going here with a ferro rod as well. There we go. That ferro rod throws wicked sparks. So 2 great pieces of kit. He sells these in a 5-pack, also in a 10-pack. So as you can see, you would have no problem getting a fire going with either one of these pieces of kit. So right now we're currently about 15 minutes into the burn on this item and 5 minutes on this item. Now for a quick update, and then we'll call it on this testing. Just went out at about 10 minutes right now on the wax round. The one-time fire has been burning for at least 20, if not 25 minutes, still going strong. I have faith that this item here would burn for over the half-hour mark. So, two great pieces of kit, plus the 17-piece Tinder kit. Awesome resource to have in your kit. Now let's cut away for some final thoughts. First off, I want to thank Chris for sending me all these pieces of kit to test out. It's great to test and review a lot of these kits and see if it's going to work for you and the environments in which you live and play in. Now, in Southern California, I'm limited to the amount of resources that I have down here on the coastal plains. So a 17-piece mixer kit is going to work great for someone like me who doesn't have access to a lot of the items in this kit, but I still want to practice and learn and develop and own those firecraft skills. With that, I believe this is a home run, and if you love practicing your firecraft, this is a must-have piece of kit. With that said, also, the one-time fire. He has a lot of proprietary ingredients in that. If you go on to Chris's website, he has a video also where he soaks it in water and uses a ferro rod and gets it going. Chris, I don't know what you put in this, but with all the oils and the way that you wrap it, it's just an awesome piece of kit to have in your truck, in your backpack. I could go on and on with the reasons why you should have something like this in your kit. Also, the wax rounds. Now, these aren't made out of dryer lint. These are made out of phone book pages that he somehow mixes down and makes it to where it gets a nice, long, slow burn for those must-have situations where you got to get a fire going like right now. So, all three of these pieces of kit are the super trifecta. What really, really amazed me is when I opened up the box and I pulled out this piece of Fatwood. Now, this piece of Fatwood, the aroma coming off this piece of Fatwood, my wife was like, "What is that?" And I had to tell her that it was a piece of Fatwood used for making fires, and she just loved the smell. I wish we had smell vision here. It comes with paracord and a carabiner. You can hook that on your pack, on your belt, a lot of different ways you can attach that. That way you always have fire with you. Another thing that Chris specializes in is he gets these ferro rods, and this happens to be a 5-inch long, half-inch diameter ferro rod, and it's attached just to a huge piece of Fatwood with paracord and a carabiner. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get a fire started with just this piece of kit alone. Now, all these pieces of kit can be found over at directionsbushcraft.com. I'll leave the links in the description below. He also has a YouTube page where he goes into great detail showcasing all these pieces of kit. He can better talk about it than I can. I'm just glad that I have the ability to introduce Chris and 4 Directions Bushcraft to you. Folks, if you like this video and you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button below. That really helps out. And if you like this content, you love these sort of videos, hit that like button. It lets the folks down at Google and YouTube know that you like outdoor-related content. Folks, this is John with the Wingman 115 channel. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, folks. Take care.